So it's one of those days. I'm just casually scrolling through Twitter and I came across this tweet. And this tweet is complete and utter nonsense. Almost everything about this tweet is wrong except one thing. Because if you break it down, there's 3 parts to this tweet. One of those 3 parts I agree with, but the other 2 parts are complete garbage. What is the tweet? The tweet is, these 3 units are the most overhated units in Dokkan right now. The part that I agree with is the Buu Saga duo. Fair enough, they are underrated. But the LR Super Saiyan 4s and LR Gohan, I'm sorry to say, they are not overhated. And we're gonna discuss all of this. But first, it is time for the subscriber challenge. Now, I want you guys to either pick heads or tails. If you win, then you win. But if you lose, then you lose. And if you lose, you have to subscribe. Because that is the challenge. So pick right now. 3, 2, 1, go. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be tails. So if you picked heads, then you lose. And if you lose, you have to subscribe. Because that is the challenge. We've not done that in a while. But let's go into this. Firstly and foremostly, Beastless Gohan. Is this guy overhated or underhated? I'm gonna say it right now. He is underhated. Everything about this unit boils my blood. He deserves the hate. Forget about how good he is. We'll discuss that in a second. But just the failure that was this celebration deserves the hate. This unit was supposed to be Beast Gohan. But not only was it not Beast Gohan, not only that, the unit was not even that impressive. But then not only that, they wasted the Beast Gohan animations. Like, this unit is an L on so many levels. Everything about him, the false advertising, everything was an L with regards to this unit. But now let's talk about how good the unit actually is. Because this unit is a Dokkan Fest LR, the most premium of premium rarities in Dokkan, he should have been bare minimum a top 5 unit contender, and he was not even in the conversation. He was not in that conversation. He should have been number 1. He should have been Beast Gohan, and he was neither of those things. And putting that to aside, the unit is not even consistent. At the very least, make him consistent. He needed a better key mechanic. He needed slightly better defense. Bro, they should have given this guy 20% damage reduction like they did with the Piccolo. And the unit is pretty much fixed at that point. Not fixed, because he still would be inconsistent. But at that point, I would like the unit so much better if he just had that little bit extra. But because he did not have that, I'm not impressed. I'm really not impressed. And if they didn't want to do that, at the very least, what they could have done is just give the guy permanent guard. If he had permanent guard, the unit would be significantly better. He needed one of those things. Permanent guard, a little bit of damage reduction, maybe a little bit of dodge. Give him one of those 3 things permanently, and the unit is so much better. The unit's got a good leader skill, but he's not a good leader for that team. I'm just not a fan of this unit by any stretch of the imagination. And his link set it's not the worst. It's not the worst. But overall, the unit is not that impressive, and certainly is not overhated. So that is the first part of the tweet. And then we've got the boys LR Super Saiyan 4s. I am sorry to say, this unit was overrated, not underrated. And the reason for that is because the comparison you make with this unit is the LR gods. And the LR gods were much better than this unit for 2 reasons. I've discussed it multiple times. Number 1, the less important reason, but still very important, their leader skill. The LR Gods' leader skill is leagues and bounds better than this unit. It's not even close. It's not even close with regards to their leader skills. But then the more important thing is the link set. And the reason that's so important is because the LR Super Saiyan 4s got 0 slot 1 partners. 0. To this day, they still do not have a slot 1 partner. I'm sorry to say, to this day, we're nearly getting towards the middle of 2023 and this unit still does not have a slot 1 Juggernaut as a partner. Whereas the LR gods have plenty. They have plenty and they will continue to get plenty because their link set is just that good. And because of the reasons that I've mentioned in this video, this unit was not overhated. If anything, he was underhated. That's a stretch, but he certainly was not overhated. We'll say that at the very least. And then we've got the Buu Saga duo. Now with this unit, I actually agree with you. This unit is overhated. But what I will say is, if you take away the standby skill, if you completely take away this part of the unit, this unit is not even in the conversation for our top 10 unit. Forget not being a top 10 unit. This unit is not even in the conversation as a top 10 unit. But what saved the unit is the standby skill, and because of the standby skill, not only is the unit a top 10 unit, he is also a top 5 unit. I'll take it a step further and say that the unit is very good because of the standby skill, and only because of the standby skill. Because if you only judge this form, I'm sorry, I'm not impressed. I'm really not impressed. But obviously with the standby skill, because that is part of the kit, the unit is top 5. So I definitely agree that this unit is underrated. I will agree with that, by some people. Because some people rate this unit properly, but then some people underrate this unit. So I will say that although some people probably overrate the unit, although to be fair, I've not really seen much of that, so we'll say that. With that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then do subscribe, especially if you failed the subscriber challenge, because that is the subscriber challenge. With that said, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.